Hello students, welcome you back to the course of Operating Systems. I am Dr. Anita Julian. We are continuing with Unit 3, Storage Management, and I just thought we will review some of the problems, that is exercise like problems which might be worked out in your university papers. So we will just go through some of the problems based on paging and segmentation. So you will be asked questions like this because we learnt about pages, frames. So consider a logical address space of 8 pages and each is of 1024 words, and it is going to be mapped with the physical memory of 32 frames. So they want us to find out how many bits are there in the logical address and in the physical address. So we don't need to confuse too much about these terminologies. We can write it in a very simple manner. See, everything has to be finally represented in terms of bits. It is what they want us to do. So taking that into consideration, we can address this 1024 word page. It requires 10 bits because 1024 is equivalent to 2 power 10. So we just have to find out the 2 power equivalent of the given word page. Okay, so this is equal to 2 power 10. And since the logical address space consists of 8 pages, we are told, so that is again equivalent to 2 power 3 pages. So the logical address must be based on these power terms. That's all. So we are talking in terms of bits. This is given in terms of byte. So we can, when you convert it to bit, this will be this many bits. So this 10 plus this 3 will be the number of bits required for the logical address. Then similarly, if we take the physical address, we are talking about 32 frames. So 32 is equivalent to 2 power 5 physical pages, okay, or frames. You can take it as frames also. Here pages and frames will be equal, no? So that is why it is written here. So we can take this again 10 because the word size, the page size is 1024 word, so which is equal to 2 power 10. So that 10 is brought here and this 5. So the physical address will be 15 bit long. So we can simplifiedly do the problem. A similar question, see, they have asked calculate the size of memory if its address consists of, now this is the reverse. They want us to, they have given the bits and they want us to find the memory size. So consists of 22 bits and the memory is 2 byte addressable. So if it is 2 byte addressable, then the number of locations possible will be, with this 22 bits, is 2 power 22 locations. And it is given that the size of one location is 2 byte because it is told 2 byte addressable. Thus the size of the memory will be 2 power 22 into 2 bytes, and that is 2 power 23 bytes. So we just have to find the equivalent of this in MB. Okay, 2 power 23, what is the equivalent in MB? If you find, that will be the solution. So find the solution, only then we will be able to proceed to the next slide. So work out 2 power 23, what is the value, and then convert it to MB, megabyte. You will get the answer. And basically there are some example problems given. See, paging concept, when we studied, we told that single page may not be sufficient. We will go for 2-level paging. So here I have just showed an example. Basically, if the logical address is 32 bit and with 1K page size, we can divide it. We can go for paging concept with 2 levels. That is what is explained here. So if the page number consists of 22 bits and the offset is 10 bits, this 22 bits itself can again be divided into 2 levels. So 12 bit page and 10 bit. So the page number we can have 12 and 10. So that is what we are trying to say. We can go for a 2-level paging. We can see that in the next diagram. See the logical address, we can have page 1 and page 2. So outer page table and page of that inner page table. Like that we can go levels. This is the 2 level. We can also have 3 level. So all these are solutions if we are not able to solve it with paging. And in 64-bit also we were talking about paging. That is where we can go for a 3 level paging. See here they have mentioned outer page, inner page, 2 level paging. And since you have 64-bit, even 2 level paging scheme may not be sufficient if your page size is very large. So 64-bit can allow for large page sizes. Here the example given is the page size is 4 KB. So if it is 4 KB, then even using 2 level paging is not sufficient. That is what they have worked out and shown. So they go in for a 3 level paging. So you can have second outer page, then an outer page and an inner page. So initially it was 42 and 10, which may not be very convenient if you go for a 2 level paging. So we go for a 3 level paging, 32, 10, 10 and then the offset 12. So it works out well. So all these are advantages which we can use with the available 64-bit architecture and our paging concept which allows levels of paging. And in contiguous memory allocation technique, we were studying about partitions and algorithms. So even these can be asked as problems. See, basically they have asked us to consider 6 memory partitions. So the partition sizes are given to us and the process sizes are also given to us. They want us to perform all the 3 types of algorithms and show how it works. So we will just go through it. See, basically what they have mentioned in the previous slide as a problem, it has been diagrammatically represented. These are the partitions that were mentioned. So 200 KB, 400, 600, 500, 300 and 250 KB. So these are the partitions available in the main memory and the given processes are P1 357, P2 210, P3 468 and P4 491 KB. This is what is given. So we have to fit in with all the 3 techniques, memory allocation techniques, that is best fit, first fit and worst fit. So we will just work out. I will work out one example and then one problem probably you can work out as an assignment. So first of all we will try the first fit algorithm. So what is the algorithm? Just to recap, algorithm starts scanning the partitions serially. And when a partition big enough to store the process is found, it allocates that partition to the process. So the very first big enough partition will be allocated. So basically the first size was 357 or something. So that is being put in this 400 KB partition. And then the next one was around 500 I think. So we have fitted it into the 600 partition. And the third one was again within 250, 300, 391 or something. So it is getting fitted into the 500 partition. But the last process P4, it is not fitting because it is I think greater than 300. So you can neither fit it into this 300 KB nor 250. So the process 4 alone, it is not possible to fit. Using the first fit algorithm, we cannot fit all the 4 processes. This is what is our conclusion. You can just write down the process sizes also and just check. You take a paper, draw all this, write the process sizes, and then I think you can check and find out. Similarly, if I go for best fit, I will try to scan through and try to fit into the most fitting, because this is 300 and odd, I am fitting it into this place. And then P2 is within below 250, so I go and fit it here. And then P3 if I take, it is less than 500, so I fit it here. And P4 is again less than 600, so I am able to fit it here. So by best fit algorithm, all the 4 processes get fitted properly. And of course you learnt about compaction, so the remaining things will be compacted and other things will be done. Whereas if you go for worst fit, we will be fitting the first process to the biggest partition. So obviously this takes the 600 kb partition, B takes 500 kb partition, whereas the remaining are all greater than 400. The remaining two processes are greater than 400 and they are unable to be fitted within these remaining partitions. So process 3 and 4 cannot be allocated the memory because no partition size is greater than or equal to the size of P3 and P4. Okay, so this is how you have to work out and show if a problem like this is given, or even if for the 13 marks if the question is asked, you take an example like this and it will be easier for you to explain the algorithm. You have to explain what is the purpose of the algorithm. So algorithm first scans all partitions, it allocates the partition to the largest size of the process. Like that you have to write the definition for the algorithm, then you can show it in an example and explain whether it has been worked or not. And this is the problem I want you to do. So consider the following heap. Heap is nothing but the data structure or the memory in which blank regions are not in use and hashed regions are in use. So this 50, 300, 600 and all are we can use. Okay, so that is what they can try to say. So the sequence of request 300, 25, 125 and 50 can be satisfied if we use. So if which partition method if we use, we can fit into these four processes. That is what they are trying to say. So either first fit or best fit policy. Either policy if we use, will it be allocated? That is what they are asking. And first fit but not best fit, or best fit but not first fit policy, or none of the techniques, none of the three answers is correct. So they just want you to try out and tell. So try to work this out and answer the question. So either of the choices you have to find out which is the correct choice. Okay students, thank you. Yes students, hope all of you got the answer correct. We will just review the solution. Actually the option B is only the correct answer. Anyway, I will just show you the solution so that you understand better. See, basically we are given this partition and the free spaces we have to accommodate. So we first take the process 1 which is of size 300. We find a partition big enough with 350 which was free. So in that we put this 300 because in first fit method we have to put it in the first slot which is having the size of the first process. So only two slots are free, 150 and 350. So 300 can be fitted only here. So we fit this 300. 300 is gone, remaining 50 is left. Then next we take the next process 25. We will start scanning. So 50 can be, 25 can be fitted here, the first free location which can fit 25. So we will put it into this 125 and the remaining 150 slot 25 is fitted and 125 is remaining. Then we take the third process, it correctly fits here, the free slot of 125. Then we take the fourth thing which is 50 which again perfectly fits with the free slot. So that way first fit works very fine. We are able to fit all the four processes with the available two free slots. But we have to try all the methods to find the answer, or at least first fit and best fit. Those are the two choices given in the question. So we will try best fit. If I take best fit, I have to look into the slot which is most fitting for the first process. 300 if I take cannot be fitted in 150. So obviously it will take the same position. We'll fit P1 in this second free slot. 50 will be remaining. then I can take 25. I am taking best fit method, so I will not go and waste this 150. I will go and fit this 25 here, so remaining only 25 will be there. And process 3, I take 150 is available, so I fit 125 here, and 25 is remaining. Now the last process P4 is of size 50, but we have only two small bits of 25 wherein I cannot fit 50. So process 4 cannot be allocated in the memory if I go by best fit method. So as per the choices, only choice or option B is correct, which is mentioning that only first fit policy, either or, but the choice is that only option B, because that only mentions that first fit can only be used. So this is how you solve the problems that are given. Okay students, thank you. So with this we complete our discussion on main memory, and the next lecture will be on virtual memory. So we have completed half of the third unit with this topic. Thank you.